Okay. This is actually something I meant to do a while ago, but I kind of got distracted. But hey, I got to it eventually. As is always, I always get to it. So, if you don't know who Slipknot is, it's this group here.
I did my time, and I want out. So abusive, it doesn't cut.
Yes, that group. It's been kind of a meme. It's like, oh, my manager wants me to stay late. I did my time, and I want out. Like that part. Yeah, that kind of has been memed. So, what did I do? What could this actually possibly mean? Well, at that time, that was the big song when all this happened. So, back in 2008, Slipknot, I remember, was actually just put out All Hope Is Gone. And I remember they announced like a kind of an indefinite hiatus. They didn't quite know more or less what they wanted to do as a group. Paul Gray had just passed away, and were just, they were kind of broke up about it. So they didn't, I don't know if they really wanted to do more music kind of at that point. Anyway, so at that time, a friend that I used to hang out with, who's currently in jail for robbery and assault. Anyway, not part of the point. He won tickets to go see a group called Apocalyptica. Now, if you don't know who Apocalyptica is, it's a metal group, but they only use cellos instead of guitars and basses. It's really cool. It actually really is. So, they announced that they were going to be doing a song with Corey Taylor, one called I'm Not Jesus. And he won tickets to see them live here where I live. And so I was like, that is super sick. And he asked me to go with him, so I was super excited. But not only did it come with tickets to go see them live, it came with tickets to see them at a radio station where they would be performing a couple of their songs off the new album. There's a couple of songs on there that really, really were really popular. There's the song, If You Were Dead or Still Alive, I Don't Care, that song. And I'm Not Jesus. And they did a cover of Heroes, but they got the lead singer from Rammstein to do it. So we got there to the radio station. They performed their set. They did the interview questions, the whole shebang. And then afterwards, the person who was running the radio station was like, hey, just as an FYI, the group is going to be here for a little bit longer. If you want to take pictures with them and get autographs with them, that's fine. But when they decide to leave, please just don't make any fuss about it. Just let them go. So, of course, I knew who Apocalyptica was. And so I was like going around getting their signatures, having photos taken. At the time as well, their drummer was the drummer of Slayer. And that was super cool. So I also got to meet a member of Slayer. Corey Taylor was there. He was singing part of the song with them. And for some reason, now bear in mind, 2008, Google wasn't quite what it is now. We hadn't really even seen Slipknot outside of their masks either. And I remember it being really weird because like he had dyed his hair like super black, and then he had like kind of like really dark mascara on, and just like this crazy deep leather coat too. And so for some reason the name Corey Taylor didn't quite like click in my brain at who it was. So I was sitting there, I was like, I met the drummer, that was super cool. And then like I met the group, and I don't know what it was, but I remember I walked up to Corey Taylor, and I just, for some reason, again, I don't know why it wasn't clicking. I walked right up to Corey Taylor, and I was like, so, Corey Taylor, what makes you so famous? He gave me the most ultimate death stare I have ever received. I just remember it was kind of, I kind of have to like recreate this here. I just remember like he was kind of facing this way, and he was kind of like turning to meet my gaze anyway. Sorry, I'm probably a little bit further away. And I just remember like as soon as I said it, he was just like, have you ever heard of the band Slipknot? I was just like, oh no. Oh man. Even now when I say it, I'm just like, this is the worst thing ever. just this, like, his eyes are just like, have you ever heard of Slipknot? It's just like, oh, yes, I own all your albums, and oh man, I don't know why. Like I said, I walked up to Corey Taylor of Slipknot, and I was just like, so, Corey Taylor, what makes you so famous to be able to play in a band like Apocalyptica? Luckily enough, he actually, like, at first, you could tell he was pretty upset. He was pretty upset with me. But after a while, talked with him for just a second, he kind of, like, warmed up and gave me his autograph and picture as well, and kind of sent me on my way. But yeah, to me, I know that doesn't seem like a crazy amount, but, like, could you imagine walking up to someone, let's just pick a random name, like, that's like you walking up to Suga or, you know, someone like that and be like, so what makes you so famous to be able to do a feature with these guys? And it's like, really? Yeah, okay, you're an idiot. So again, it might not seem like the craziest thing, but I literally walked up to Corey Taylor and asked him, what makes you so famous? That stare that he gave me will be embedded in my skull for the rest of my life. Just that death, just... Ever heard of Slipknot? It's like, oh, I melted so hard. I felt so dumb for having done that. It was the worst thing I've ever done. It just sent me into a spiral. It really did. It was crazy. But yeah, that's my what I feel like was my most embarrassing story. Anyway, if you have any stories kind of like this, if you want to share any times where, you know, you met a celebrity or something like that, let me know. But remember, I don't think that you could top me asking Corey Taylor what made him so famous. Oh goodness. So yeah, anyway, thank you all so much, and we'll see you for the next video.